Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. I've got my tea and I am ready for story time. I'm going to tell you about why I got my brain scanned, what's been going on, why we've been stuck in Nashville, and what's going on with my jaw. It's a long story and I'm going to try and make it as condensed as possible to explain to you what I've been going through. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but I haven't really figured out the best way to go about it. So basically, in a nutshell, I have massive TMJ issues, and I want to take you along on the journey with me to explain what the heck I'm doing, why we've been stuck in Nashville for so long, and what's going on. Here's the short and long of it. So I have TMJ, which you can't really even say TMJ, that's just the name of the joint. TMD, which is the disorder of the jaw. And a year ago today, from when I'm putting this video up, so the Friday after Thanksgiving last year, I woke up with my jaw locked shut. And I had had like some clicking and stuff for years before that, but nothing ever like that. And it's been locked since, which is pretty crazy. I can open my mouth enough to get food in, but that's basically it. And it has been a long journey. So basically, I have been in orthopedic rehab for, gosh, a year almost, like 10 months, trying to get this jaw fixed. Here's the really, really short explanation of what's going on. So you have a ball and you have a socket in your jaw. And in between those two, you have a disc, just like you do in your knee or your hip or whatever. And basically, both of mine slipped. And after going to chiropractors, kinesiologists, massage therapists, and all this stuff in the first couple weeks that this happened and experiencing zero relief, I went to a specialist. And so I've been doing splint therapy for about 10 months, which is where you wear this little guy here. This looks like a retainer that you wear at night. And it hasn't been working. I've had Botox injected into my jaw to relax the muscles, not in my forehead, but in my jaw, which is since way worn off. That was like 8-9 months ago. I have been on steroids about 8-9 months ago to reduce inflammation, which turns out I don't have any inflammation in my body, so my pain isn't coming from that. I have been on muscle relaxers. I have been on Valium. I have done every anti-inflammatory protocol naturally you can ever think of, which was great because it helps my inflammation, which I have none of, but none of this pain in my jaw or the range of motion has come back. Like, so much pain, just all the time for the past year. Like, that's as wide as I can open it. So that's why we've been in Nashville. So I am basically taking matters into my own hands. And the first thing that I am doing is trying to see what the heck is going on in my brain that's making me clench my teeth at night, even after taking a muscle relaxer, even after taking Valium, or really any type of, natural sleep aid or whatever. So I went in the other day for a qEEG, which reads your brain and compares it to the brains of healthy individuals. And it basically shows you like how your brain is communicating with itself, which different brain waves are happening in which parts of your brain. And they can compare it and tell you like crazy, crazy stuff. Like they can literally tell you if your mother was stressed when she was pregnant with you. It's like kind of insane what they can tell just by reading and getting these scans on your brain or reads on your brain. It's not really a brain scan. And yeah, it should give a read on why I'm not sleeping well at night, which is a big concern for me, why I'm clenching my teeth. And then with that information, I'm going to do something called neurofeedback, which is a system where you put electrodes on your head, you follow this certain program on a computer, you have to keep your brain in a certain brain wave. I don't exactly know how it works. I'm going to get trained on it in a couple months, but I have to do it every single day, and hopefully it'll stop me from grinding, help me sleep, and yeah. And so I'm also doing a completely new appliance for my teeth. That's this metal thing that I wear. It's called an ALF appliance to try and correct my palate, which is totally messed up, which now they're thinking that's what causes TMJ issues. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm out of breath even just talking about it. It's so overwhelming. And I have given everything. I've done everything that my doctors told me to do. I've been religious in following her instructions and still no relief. So I went for my qEEG the other day, and needless to say, it was interesting. It's very early in the morning and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, so hopefully that won't mess up my scan. But I'm going to take you through the whole process. Sean is going to be the cameraman, so hopefully he'll get some good footage and maybe we'll understand a little bit more about what we're doing, because to be honest, I don't really understand what it is. So the question is my you have to like wash your hair with basically bar soap, not bar soap, but this like really intense anti-residue stuff to get your hair squeaky clean so they can like attach the things to your skin and not have any oil. And I don't think my hair has ever felt cleaner right now, so hopefully we'll be good to go.
Get a cute little head cap.
No, I haven't had it done. My sister was like, just expect your hair to be a disaster.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'll run through real quick what's going to happen.
Okay.
So on the cap, there's 19 electrodes. We're going to put a little bit of gel in each electrode. So it's going to send your brain signals out through the cap and record it on the computer.
So is this measuring like the type of brainwave, or is it measuring like how your brain's communicating with itself, or like what is it actually measuring?
Both. It measures the type of brain wave and where at in the brain those brain waves are happening.
Okay.
Get your dead skin off. Yeah, so this would tell us where there's any type of irregular activity.
Okay. On a scale of like 1 to 10, how cute do I look in this?
Pretty. 10. By far.
Good
10.
answer.
11.
Alright, so we're going to start putting the gel in. I just show people so they don't freak out. It's not a needle, okay? It's just something to move your hair.
Just gonna be injecting your head 19 times.
It's a good look for you.
Thank you.
Look at that. You have a brain and it's working.
So I just got done, and Sean said I look like I have 2 horns growing out of my head from that skull cap. So I'm literally out of breath, and I thought that was gonna be so easy. You literally just have to sit there for like 35, 40 minutes. 3 minutes with your eyes open, 3 minutes with your eyes closed, like back and forth. But that was kind of torture. I feel like the way that that cap fit my head, like it was just inducing like a horrible headache. And my eyes were blurry and I was having a hard time concentrating, and all I wanted to do was like rip that thing off my head. And now I feel completely exhausted and like I just want to burst into tears, which is so weird. I just didn't think it was going to be that difficult. Like I thought that was going to be so easy. It was not like that. So that was strange. I feel like I'm like on the verge of a panic attack, but I'm fine. Just made you cry after I turned this off for a couple minutes. And I'm really interested to know what comes through on that, because at the beginning I feel like I was totally normal and like, yeah, like, you know, just gonna relax here. And by the end I was like so agitated and wanted to rip that thing off so hard. I don't know, I'll be fascinated. And for now I'm just gonna try and not lose my mind. Bye. I did not think this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Such a horrible headache.
I'm sorry.
It's like migraine level pain. Took a leave and it's not budging at all. But this is horrible.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do. Ugh. So this is officially the weirdest, most unexpected day I've had in a long time. I ended up having a full-blown migraine today, and it is now, what time is it? Almost 4 o'clock, and I've been in bed all day with the exception of going over to my parents earlier to try to take a bath, and at like a 10 on the pain scale, throwing up like in horrible pain. And what's the funniest thing is I actually don't think it was induced by the qEEG, or if it was because I had already been developing a migraine. So on the way to the qEEG this morning, I noticed some weird things happening with my eyes, but I thought it was just because I was tired. Anyways, I didn't think anything of it. And then as the like headache started getting worse during that session and the panic set in and all that crazy stuff, I just thought it was completely because of the brain scan. I mean, if you think about it, it would make sense. I texted my doctor and she said that it probably wasn't from that and it was just a coincidence, which is crazy to me. And I finally was just able to eat some applesauce, and hopefully if I can hold it down I can eat. I haven't eaten anything all day except for a smoothie at 6:30 this morning. So I haven't had a migraine since, gosh, middle school maybe? I mean, I do not get headaches. So anyways, I am basically still in quite a lot of pain in my head, but it's manageable now. I'm also trying to figure out if that affected my results. I may have to get it done again, which I'm like terrified of, because I'm like, if it did by some small chance induce that migraine, oh my gosh, like. So my sweet friend Julia just sent over some deep sea bath salts. These are peppermint and rosemary. She owns this company, Golden Apothecary, and she said that I can do a foot soak with this and it should help draw the headache out of my head. So I'm kind of at the point where I'm willing to try anything, so let's see how this goes. Well, if nothing else, it feels really, really good and it smells amazing. The smell is heavenly, so that's soothing my headache just to smell it. If you've ever had a migraine, you'll know that light and smell and sound and all that stuff is like really, really irritating, like any smell. But this stuff over here, it smells so, so good. I feel like I look like death right now. Oh my gosh, what a day. This feels really good. So as you can see from that footage, I was a total train wreck that day. I had a massive migraine, I was vomiting, it was like horrible. So I have to get it done all over again tomorrow, which I am not looking forward to. I hope and pray that that was a coincidence and that the same thing won't happen again. According to everybody, it seems like it was a coincidence and it won't happen again. But that was the day from hell for me. And so I'm hoping that this is the last time that I have to do this and I'll be able to get the results and find out what's going on. I don't have any information to share about my results or anything like that, but I am going to document my whole journey on this and try to update you guys on how I'm doing and if things are getting better once I start all this new therapy. So in January, I'm going to do the training and start the neurofeedback, and I'll also be starting with this new wire kind of appliance thing in my mouth, and so we'll see if it helps. Okay, so that is basically the story in a nutshell. I've tried to do my best to condense it. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it's not like super boring. I don't know. I just feel like this is something that's really important that a lot of people deal with that I wanted to share. But we are leaving tomorrow, Saturday, for San Diego. And I'm going to be documenting the whole thing, our road trip, getting to San Diego, like settling in there and everything. And I'm so excited to take you guys on the journey. So the next video that you see will probably be us on a road trip. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you next time. Oh, by the way, totally forgot. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps to support my channel and get the word out. And also, if you click the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, you'll be notified whenever I post a new video so you can follow along on our journey. And I promise next time Sean will make an appearance in our videos. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you later.